And welcome everybody to the Huddle, K9 streaming platforms. I'm Jason Barr, joined by Pat Parris, and we are talking sports on this Thursday. Pat, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing well, Jason. Back from a little vacation. Sorry I missed the opportunity to talk with you last week, but glad to be back.
You know, what you have right now is the sports equinox, which is the time of year when you have the NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, and NFL all playing on the same night. Only the 25th time I believe that's happened. There's an NFL game tonight. I believe it's Broncos, Browns, and certainly got the other three sports going. And here in Tucson, we've got a college town, so with the U of A. So I'll open it up to you. Where would you like to start today?
Well, let's start with the obvious, and that's an Arizona team that gets to play on a Friday night, nationally televised against Washington at Arizona Stadium. You like the fact that it's a home game. You don't like the fact that they've lost the school record 18 in a row, Jason, and now they have to face a Washington team that's not very good, but they certainly on paper look to be better than the University of Arizona right now.
18 in a row, Pat. You're going by the final score. It was only 6-0 at halftime. you listen to Jed Fish, and they've won half of these games. And I
Yeah.
understand he's got to be optimistic and positive. And my gosh, imagine if he wasn't. And the only way you're going to turn this around is being positive.
Yeah, and I think he says that the players are still positive. With his infectious attitude, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they still believe to a certain extent, but there comes a point where when you keep putting forth the effort and nobody's questioning the minute by minute effort, but you put forth that effort and you don't see the results, it has to wear on a team psychologically, right? That you're seeing the attrition rate go up and you see the score of the opponent go up and you see your score going down. It's got to be frustrating to say the least, because I know it is as a fan. It's frustrating. It's got to be for these players.
Well, also, we've heard that the players really liked Jordan McLeod behind center as their quarterback, under center. And not only is he out for the year, but now Gunnar Cruz. And Arizona has gone from having too many quarterbacks to not enough. Will Plummer is going to start against Washington. And one thing about Plummer is he's not going to be looking over his shoulder this time because he's the only scholarship QB left. And Plummer was asked about that, or I asked him about that. We're going to get his response, Pat, here, and then we're going to come back and discuss.
You definitely try to just approach it the same way. I mean, I know that it's going to be a little bit nicer not having that aspect of it, but at the same time, like, you kind of just got to go out there and keep playing. So I know my goal is I got to stay healthy for the next 6 games, and that's not going to change the way I play. I'm going to play the way I do. I'll try to be smarter on plays that I can be, but they're going to get the same guy out of me that they're expecting.
He's referring to a scrambling play there where he got hit a few weeks ago, and on a play he probably should have took a slide or threw it away earlier. He goes down. It's not good for Arizona. You know, Plummer is a great guy. You stand next to him. He's really likable. You want him to do well. And I think he throws a decent deep ball, but there isn't really anything he does do that's great. He's not big. He can't go real. He can't scramble real fast. He doesn't have a cannon arm. There's nothing about him that is great. But if he can improve, I think the Wildcats can steal a game here between now and the end of the year.
He's solid, I guess. Will Plummer, I'm talking about. He's the kind of guy that we knew what we were getting before this season, even because we had seen him in situations last year. And so we knew that we were going to get a guy that's a little underwhelming, but generally he doesn't make mistakes. Although in the NAU game, he made a tremendously bad play, a huge costly interception return for a touchdown that turned out to be really kind of the difference in the game. It's unfortunate that was, one of the lasting memories of this season so far, but maybe he can turn it around. Maybe he can change our impression of him by becoming a little bit better than okay, and kind of manage this team. But what it comes down to, Jason, this team is averaging 14 points a game. 14 points a game. It's the lowest, I think, since 1965 for an Arizona Wildcat team. 14
But
points a
Pat,
game.
you're looking
You
at the whole.
can't.
You're looking at the whole game between the middle of the second quarter and the middle of the third quarter. They're outgaining their opponents.
That's where they
Obviously,
score That's where they score their 14 points. They need to score early and
right.
late
I'm
too.
just kidding. Obviously, I'm having some fun with Jed Fish and the way he cherry picks data. But if cherry pick stats, they're an injury away from playing a walk-on quarterback. We have a graphic made of Arizona's other quarterbacks in case WillPlummer goes down. Listen, it's not an A+ offensive line here. WillPlummer can go down, and here's what it looks like if he goes down. Right now, Luke Ashworth would go in. He played at Phoenix Arcadia. He's a walk-on quarterback. Braden Zermino, I don't know if our boss Treg is watching right now, but that's who he likes. 6'4", and he was offered by some Ivy League schools, at least according to 24/7 Sports. And then you get to Jamari Joyner, and no offense to some of the high schools around here, but a Washington defense is not Tucson High or anybody else. If Jamari Joyner, who has not played quarterback in 3 years, hasn't been in the room, okay, and gets on the field as a quarterback, he's gonna have guys coming at him. Receivers not open. He's not a magician. He's not gonna start making fantastic plays after having not played in 3 years.
Yeah, there's a reason why Jamari Joyner moved to wide receiver, and there's a reason why people think that that's the position where he can make the most impact. Zermino's the guy. I guess it was Princeton. He had a scholarship offer. Apparently, he had double-digit offers, but not from Power 5 conference schools, obviously. And he decided to come walk on, be a prime premier walk on at the University of Arizona, and have a chance. So he's a little bit intriguing. We'll have to see. WillPlummer's going to be your guy. Again, Jason, I dive into the stats, 14 points a game. That's tied for 129th in Division I football. Okay. There are 130 teams, so they're tied for last in points per game. They're also 105th out of 130 teams in giving up points of 32, averaging 32 points a game. Those stats are not going to win any games, Jason. Not any games.
You're counting
None.
You're counting the first few minutes of the game. Once they get warmed up, then they're only 87.
They should tell them tomorrow night's game starts at 6:30. Then by the time 7:30 rolls around, maybe they'll be able to score on their opening possession.
That's what you don't want to see. Like what happened in against San Diego State when they were blown out right from the start.
Yeah.
As far as losing at Colorado, I know the final score looks ugly, but being serious now, once a game gets away, it gets away. And and once it got to 20-0, they weren't going to come back. So listen, you look at the schedule. This is not a great Washington team. Washington State now doesn't have its head coach. There's a way to steal a game. There's a way to win a game somewhere in there. And if they don't, they don't. But
Yeah.
it's it's a team that Fish is really being really positive about, and he's really, really hopeful. But they just don't have the horses. They just don't.
And I'm afraid, Jason, that right now it's going to take a lot more than just the opponent not being very good necessarily with a Washington or a Washington State. I think you've got to cut down on all these penalties are killing this team. They've killed them for many of these games they've lost. They got to cut down on penalties. So it's really your own execution. You execute, you're going to score more than 14 points. You don't shoot yourself in the foot. You don't throw interceptions for touchdowns. You've got a chance. Defensively, they've got their issues. But again, what you want to see is them in a close game in the fourth quarter and then put the pedal to the floorboard and go and figure out a way to win a game. What we've seen instead is we've seen them kind of hanging around through the third quarter, late in the third quarter, maybe even at the start of the fourth quarter, but then they just get, beat by 2-3 touchdowns. You can't have that happen. They've got to find a way, and they got to find a way to be competitive for all 4 quarters.
Well, and as I talked about yesterday, they're starting to become in danger of being a national embarrassment because, right now, not everybody knows that they've got an 18-game losing streak. They're out here on the West Coast playing games at 10 o'clock Eastern. But as this streak kind of increases a little bit, and, they had a slip up with the walk-on tryouts. The New York Times picked up on it. When you were away last week, the New York Times did an article on them and the walk-on tryouts. And as this losing streak starts to get into the 20s, it's going to be more nationally known, and then they're going to start to become the Northwestern of the West Coast
Yeah.
when it comes to football, and that's what you don't want. So
Yeah. Well, let's just hope they can find a way. You say steal a win. I just say put together the kind of performance that gives you an opportunity to win a game, and we haven't seen that yet. Even in NAU, they never put together a performance that would get them a win, and that's why they lost. So.
yeah.
Yeah, we got to see this completely turn around. By the way, we invite everybody's questions or comments if they've got any as we stream this on Facebook and our other platforms.
All right, where to next? We can talk Cardinals 6-0 total,
Let's talk.
183.
Let's talk Arizona Cardinals. Why don't we
Okay.
keep the football theme going? I think they are the story of the NFL right now, right?
Sure.
I think they are. Everybody's looking at them as the number. You see everybody from ESPN to CBS Sportsline, ranking their power rankings. They now have the Cardinals at 6-0 as number one, just ahead of the Buffalo Bills in most of the rankings I've seen.
DeAndre Hopkins is a great player. He is a great player. Kyler Murray throws it up there sometimes with just the incredible confidence that he is going to make a play. And Kyler Murray is playing with a terrific polish that he didn't have a few years ago. They're winning games that they should have. I mean, you look at this past game, they don't have their head coach. They don't have, I think it was the quarterback's coach. They don't have two key players on defense with Zach Allen and Chandler Jones. And they still went in there and blew out a good Cleveland team.
Yep.
This is a top-notch offense. It really
Yep.
is, with some guys on defense, great locker room guys, J.J. Watts. Now you bring Zach Ertz in at tight end. And just tremendous. The line's playing well. Tremendous weapons on this team. It's a fun team to watch. It really is.
And it's 6-0, Jason, with the 17-game season now. We're just past the third of the way mark, and you start thinking about who's a legitimate MVP of the NFL, and I've seen DraftKings with their latest their odds for winning the NFL MVP. They have Kyler Murray and Dak Prescott both as equal favorites to win the NFL MVP. And I saw a couple other polls of where they have them ranked, and I found one that has Kyler Murray ranked number one ahead of Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Tom Brady with Dak Prescott 5. Kyler Murray right now, completion wise, number one in the NFL. Yards per attempt, number 3. Passer rating, 3. QBR, 3. Everything he's doing right now shows you that he's in that discussion at least. If he's not number one on your list, he's certainly in the top 3 or 4. And for me, it's maturity, it's believing in his head coach and his system, and it's just confidence that builds when you have success when you're 6-0.
All right, we got a comment here. It's a little long. It goes back to what we were talking about before with Arizona, the Wildcats. So I'll probably just read the beginning and paraphrase it, or actually we have it up on the screen here. All right, how does the head coach not prepare a game plan against Pac-12 first and second teamers in the Colorado game? Did Arizona not know Landman and Wells were stud linebackers that have been named Pac-12 Defensive Players of the Week? Landman and Wells are two of the best linebackers in the Pac-12, but were pretty much left untouched the entire game. There was no plan for them, and Wells got interception and both had a ton of tackles. But again, no plan to guard these two top players. They did whatever they wanted. That is probably on the head coach is what Kevin Barr. Kevin, thank you so much for joining in. I mean, Pat, do you think it's a situation where they don't know not to game plan, or do you think it's a situation where these players aren't executing, and just because the guys came in and got to the QB doesn't mean that they weren't game planning? I will say this though, it looks to me like Jordan Morgan is struggling a little bit on the offensive line. He's from Marana. He's getting moved around a little bit, moved on defense. So Kevin, I'm not sure how much of it is the head coach not preparing a game plan or the passing game. I think they've got a game plan, but doing that and stopping some players is two different things.
Yeah, and I've questioned their game plans from time to time, but I'll say this: that they look at film, they knew who they had to game plan for. They knew they had to defense for. The problem is when you've got an offensive line that and our friends over at the Daily Star, with their mid-season rankings of letter grades, they didn't give the offensive line a very good grade, and that's a line that came in with more experience than almost any other unit really on that football team, and they've not done well. And I think they have to see that as well. They need to play better. They need to execute better, Jason, as we talked about. That's my key word this week: execute. You've got a game plan, and even if Colorado makes adjustments that makes you have to make adjustments, and that's what football is making adjustments. You still have to execute those adjustments, or you still have to block your man, and they're having a tough time right now, and that has to do with maybe physicality. Their physical abilities aren't where they need to be, but you can make up with that sometimes with knowledge and with the game plan and executing that game plan. And I just see them struggling all the way around in all the facets right now.
Yeah, and really struggling in the red zone. I mean, they needed a gadget
Yeah.
play to score a touchdown a couple weeks ago.
I think they're like 102nd in of 130 Division I teams in red zone success, which is really not success. They're having a lot of failure in the red zone.
They need a tall wide receiver in the worst way who can go up and get a jump ball. Alex Steiniger from the Morning Blend here, KW, the same question he asked, who's the best QB in the history of the game?
Why is it Tom Brady?
Who now says he can play into his mid-50s if he wants to, but Giselle may not want him to.
I don't think Giselle's going to want him to, and I think he's got to spend more time with his kids. I really do. If Tom Brady wanted to play till he was 50, I'm sure Tom Brady can play.
He's talking mid-50s, Pat.
Yeah,
he says he thinks his body can do it to the mid-50s.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
he
listen.
might think that now, but he could wake up in 2 or 3 years of more playing and say his body might just say, you know what, that's enough with getting hit. I mean, it's one thing to be in shape. He's in great shape, obviously. He's still got a great arm strength. That doesn't mean you can keep taking the hits until you're mid-50s.
All right, let's switch topics here and talk DeAndre Ayton and the Suns. The Suns opened last night with a loss against Denver. I thought that might be a tough opener. Denver wanted a little revenge from getting swept in the playoffs. And the story around the Suns right now is former Wildcat DeAndre Ayton, and contracts have kind of stalled. Ayton's in his fourth year of a 4-year rookie deal that he signed from being the number 1 pick. He wants a max deal. And at first I thought the Suns didn't want to give him max money, but now we're reading that the situation is that it's on years, and the Suns want to give him 4 and he wants 5 years. Now, if that's the hang up, well, then that's silly, because you're talking about a 23-year-old guy. We've seen some baseball contracts where the guy's 32 and signs a 10-year contract. Okay, that makes no sense. Okay. We're talking about a 23-year-old and a 4 or 5-year deal, and that's the hang up. If that's true, and we're getting this from Phoenix reporting here. If that's true, that's silly. Just give him the 5th year. Now, if you don't think he's worth max money, I can understand that argument. He got beat. He got outplayed in the NBA Finals. You don't have to give it to him this minute. We can see how he does going into the year. But if it's the 4th or the 5th year, that's silly. Just give him the 5th year.
Well, I agree. You and I agree with the part about if it's even 4 and 5, it should just be a done deal. I don't think he got outplayed as much as you think he got outplayed in the NBA
outplayed
Finals.
by the Bucks.
I think he got outplayed because they had injuries to their other big men, and DeAndre Ayton had to play more minutes and didn't have the ability to get
a max guy needs. That's what, if you're a max guy, then
to a certain extent. But a max guy is the kind of guy that puts up the amount of points, blocks, rebounds that DeAndre Ayton did during the playoffs. 15.8 points, 11.8 rebounds. He was a difference maker in the playoffs, Jason. They're not in the finals without DeAndre Ayton. I mean, you could say that about Chris Paul and about Devin Booker too. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, because they had DeAndre Ayton, they were able to do exactly what they had to do to get to the finals. They didn't play well in the finals after they won the first 2 games.
He had some bad games in those NBA Finals.
He
I'm
did.
Telling you, that doesn't leave a good taste in the owner's
he's
mouth.
Also said it. He's 23 years old. This kid wasn't even playing basketball, legitimate basketball, till he was 16, Jason. Till he was 16, he was playing soccer. So I think not locking him up, and they had to lock him up by last night, or now they have to wait till he becomes a restricted free agent next offseason, that they can talk to him again, and then he can get a 4-year deal from other teams, they can still get a 5-year max contract deal from the Suns. But I think you're paying for that 5-year max contract because you know he's going to continue to improve. He is only going to get better. When you look at a Trae Young who got a 5-year, 172.6 max, just got that max contract from the Hawks. This isn't even a team that made the finals, not even close. Then you look at Doncic Luka Doncic with the Mavs got a 5-year, $207 million. He's not asking for the Doncic contract. He's asking for the Trae Young contract of 5 years, 172. I think that's a fair market value for a DeAndre Ayton, and a DeAndre Ayton who's only going to get better. I think they made a mistake. There's a reason why the rest of the NBA is scratching their heads today, going, why didn't the Suns lock him up? I think it was a mistake. You give DeAndre Ayton a chance in next offseason to go, oh, that team wants me for a 4-year, capped out deal that I can get. Plus I get a player option for a 5th year and I can go play for that team. He might do it. Yes, the Suns have a chance to match it, but he might do it. So you really open up a door for a young kid who's now going to be 24 next year to walk away and go somewhere else. And I just think that would be a tremendous mistake. They opened up their pocketbook this year anyway. Mikal Bridges just got a new deal. It's not like they don't have the money, Jason. For whatever reason, they didn't pull this deal, and Robert Sarver is the only one at this point that knows exactly why.
You do want to keep a core young team together, and it's him and Devin Booker. And,
Yeah,
exactly. Eventually, Chris Paul's not going to be able to play forever, but I do think he's got a couple more good years left. I'm fine with that argument. I really am. If this was over a year, that's absurd. So no, I agree with that. It'd be that's something that can come back and haunt the team for a long time.
Yeah, let's talk just about this season for the Suns though too. I'm a bit concerned about a team that went and made that playoff run and kind of came up short, and there might be a little bit of a hangover here in the early part of the season, but that's okay. They don't have to end up with the best record or the second best record in the NBA, or the best record out west like they did last year. They just got to make get one of those top 4 seeds and just be a solid team. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there won't be a hangover. Last night, you're right. It's just one game that Denver wanted way more than the Suns wanted right out of the gate. But we'll see. I'm just keeping an eye on them to make sure that there isn't some kind of a little bit of a hangover, a little bit of a wow, where did the offseason go? Because there was not much of an offseason, as you and I well know.
Yeah, no, there wasn't. Yeah, with the Suns in 4 thing and the whole sweep of the playoffs, you knew Denver was going to come in and not be happy to see that Western Conference banner. So yeah, no, that's just one game. The Suns had their top 7 rotation players back from last year. I think 11 players total on the roster. So they're not going to go from the second best team in the we're the second best record in the league. If I'm not
second
mistaken.
best record in the league, best record in the West. I thought.
Yeah, they're not going to go from that to a number 8 seed. So we're not going to worry about one game. So but yeah, so we'll wrap up on where we started. Where this is the sports equinox with the very exciting time of year.
It is so right. Just as a sports fan, it's a great. This week, next week, it's all going to be really culminating at the World Series coming up fairly soon too. It's going to be a great time.
Well, even more pronounced here, as I talked about last week, because we've got the football basketball overlap with the 2 basketball teams, and even Tucson Roadrunners starting up, and then we don't even have affiliated minor league baseball in the summer. So it's really between now and Thanksgiving is you got a lot going on, and then once the Territorial Cup game ends, Arizona football drops off, and you concentrate a little bit more on basketball. So yeah, that's what's going on here. And we thank Kevin Barney and Alex Steininger for comments. Alex, I remember that from a couple of years ago when you asked those questions to the U of A football players. You did a very good job that time.
It's funny.
And so, all right, Pat, if you don't have any final thoughts.
No, just, bear down, go Cats tomorrow night. Of course, I'll be there. I'll be rooting on. It just, I don't know, Jason. I'm a little concerned that this streak could wind up going all the way into next season, and as you said, that then puts you on a national spotlight on the national stage in the spotlight that you just do not want to be. You don't want to be in that position when you're talking 22, 23 straight losses.
No, you don't want it all off season too. The team with the streak, are you going to win a game this
Yeah.
year? So, they want to put that to bed. But you don't see Jed Fish flustered. Once after a game, you could tell he was a little disappointed. But he doesn't look flustered, and
Yep.
he's all positive, and same with the other assistant coaches, and they're all going to feed off that. So. It's not like it's a spiraling situation. Sometimes it just takes one win too to, kind of stop the floodgates. So, all right.
There's
Friday
hope.
night here at Kid Gun, I'll have live shots at 5 and 6 from Arizona Stadium, and we'll talk more about the game against Washington.
Yep.
That's like tomorrow. And until then, for Pat Parris, I'm Jason Barr. Thanks everybody for watching the Huddle here on the Kid Gun 9 streaming platforms.